It's your girl, resident atheist. I'm shopping this morning. So I'm trying to get all this shopping done before I go to work tonight. Yep, I work night shift. And what am I talk about today? I actually got a lot. Not a lot maybe, but I'm going to keep this short because I only give myself 15 minutes to talk. So, this morning I was listening to the Kwame Brown Bus Life Cat. I found him to be very interesting right now because he's talking some real stuff. So I like him right now. He's a hot commodity. He's a hot commodity on YouTube right now because everybody want to listen to him. Not everybody, but people who are the black community who wants to talk about how we raised our children to be in this sports game and how people were allowed to talk about him for a long time and he didn't say anything. So when he speaks up for himself, you know, these so-called shooters comes out and they're pissed. And the reason why they're pissed because he's messing with their money. When somebody can mess with your money and cause you to lose millions of dollars in the industry, yeah, they're coming after you. They're coming for your neck. And that's just the way it is. You know, when these people who are, especially in the black community where you got Revolt TV and you have all these other television stations who look down on talking really bad about black men in the sports industry. So, and we allow this, you know, because we are attracted to this homoerotic culture, the sports industry. And we like because we're another image of Rome right now. And we like that gladiator sports. We like for men or women to beat up on each other. And we're entertained by that. We are entertained by this. People do this so they can make money to feed their families. So, and you got people who love drama. People, you know, I love Kwame Brown. I know what he's doing right now. And I'm hoping the money that he receives, he gets from, you know, I'm not a person who watch other people's money. I just hope, you know, he's out there trying to build more recreation centers for children, get good role models out there. I'm not saying good role models, but people who can teach children, not just boys, but girls too, because people have always said I grew up with a masculine energy, and some guys would seem more timid, but I have always been attracted to men, day one. I mean, I have a way that I carry myself that is a turnoff for men. And I'm fine with that. I mean, shit, I'm 50 years old. I mean, even when when I was I just don't care. I mean, I think I have always been that way. And you know, I can't count women friends. I can't. I really can't. So, but at the end of the day, you know, I have sons. I have grandsons. I have a daughter. I have granddaughters. So I have a certain way of raising my children and my grandchildren a certain way because I don't like whininess in boys, and I certainly won't tolerate it in girls. And that's just me. Maybe that's just how I'm built. I'm not talking about how other women are built. I'm just telling you how I'm built. So, you know, yes, I get triggered by statements, whiny like women, crybabies like women. I don't know. Like I said, in the past, you know, me growing up, and maybe I haven't been around enough women to see all the whininess. And personally, I don't care for the drama. I don't care for the drama in men. To be honest, I think it's fruitless. But, you know, I find that more men, and maybe because I listen to their conversations more than I listen to women, and I get turned off by drama. I don't like chatty patty bull crap. I don't like drama. So I get turned off by it, and I won't listen to it. Now, if it's comical, I'll listen to it long enough. But at a certain stage in life, I'm not interested in it. And I'm fine with that. If someone is interested in all the chatty patty men drama or women drama, that's them. I'm just not. I like, my brain likes to be working. I'm very mechanical. I like to be working on stuff. I like to be busy with other things. But the feminine side of me, the woman side of me, does like to watch a lot of romantic stuff, because I don't live in that world. Not to say my husband is not romantic. I'm probably not. I like the romantic stuff. But I watch romantic stuff or awkward movies that kind of relate to people being awkward and emotionally, who doesn't express a lot of emotions. And I'm one of those people. The job that I do requires me to interact and to read emotions, and that's what I do. And it's kind of like me putting on a show whenever I'm around a group of people, because it's the job. I have to think quick, fast in regards to dealing with other people's emotions, at the same time reserve my emotions. And then the job field that I do, and it's kind of hard to do. You know what I'm saying? Because it can put you in a place, in a predicament of being a very emotional person. I'm not saying I'm numb to the field that I'm in, but I have been doing it long enough to know when to reserve my emotions. But right now, there's a lot of things that need to be done in the Black community. We need to start, teaching our children the signs of the times. And what I mean by that, the things that's hot and popping. It's great to get a education, and I mean, but at the same time, like Kwame say, we should be teaching our children to get a trade, or to either enter fields that's going to be around. Now, hell, when I was in my, I think, 30s, I got a CDL license. I drove tankers for 2 years. I was in and out for 2 years. I was over the road while my oldest son was taking care of my 2 youngest children at the time. And they were smaller, so I can only do it 2 years because I wasn't willing to risk my 2 youngest children's brains to be developed by my oldest child. And that's just me. I have a certain way of thinking, a certain way of life. So I made a sacrifice, came off the road, and started, being a stay-at-home mom. But I'm a jack of all trades. I did nursing. I drove trucks. I like to work with my hands. And yesterday, and this audio is actually about teaching your children trade, or if you're a family member, or if you're a guy, you have sons and daughters, should be teaching your children how to build. And I'm just being real. Now, if that child don't want to do that, that's okay, fine. But you're going to have a child that does want to do it, And I like to be in a neutral state. Men who grew up being manly and all that stuff, that's okay, fine. I don't shoot the shots at the men that did it. I do get triggered when I hear men say that when they relate male weakness to women. That triggers me a whole lot. But that's based on a culture they grew up in. So I understand why they say the things they say. I try not to be in my feelings and emotions in regards to that. But, at the end of the day, we should be teaching our children a trade. Something that's they can barter with. When currency no longer exists, and currency technically don't exist. It's just a promissory note. Now we're dealing with digital money. So, yeah. So at the end of the day, we should be teaching our children the signs of the time, what jobs are going to be available or it's going to be good. Not everybody's going to make $150,000 a year. I certainly don't. I don't even come close to that. I don't even come close to $50,000, to be honest, but because I live frugally. And I have to when I have 2 children who brains I have to try to develop and get to understand the world so they can survive within the system that is not designed for them. So when you have black children, I don't teach my children to live in fear. I try to tell them, you got to learn how to face your fear. You got to learn how to deal with the grittiness of life. It's going to be bumpy. There will be struggles. There will be heartaches and heartbreaks. But you got to learn how to get past your feelings and overcome it. So now, I like the message that Kwame Brown is sending. Your children need to be learning trade. Not only be learning trade, also learn business. Learn how money works. And when I say learn how money works, you got to learn the laws to keep certain individuals from taking things from you. Read these contracts. A lot of us don't read contracts. We don't read it because there's a lot of language within the contract. And we feel like, damn, we're in a rush. We don't have time. I don't have time for this. I just want to get this land and property. And don't read how an individual can take it from you. So a lot of these people are losing their property. A lot of people don't understand, instead of being wasteful with your money, you need to be buying property. Buy land. If you came into a lump sum of money, you need to be out there investing, buying land, figuring out how you can make money off that land. Learn the zoning laws and all that stuff. There's lots of ways to make money that you're sitting on. And you have a lot of YouTubers who put you up on game and will teach you. Sometimes you have to take risks. Let's not fuck off our money and then you don't have anything to leave your children when you pass away. So, we got to learn how to have something planned for our offspring when we do pass away. Because none of this shit you can't take with you. None of these possessions that you own, you can't even take your physical body with you. You can't take it with you. It's left behind. Once the spirit exits the body, that's a wrap. But you want to be able to think about your family members, while you're thinking about that. And I have 2 minutes and I want to share this story, and the story is going to end with, I was in Floor and Decor yesterday looking for vinyl flooring for my house. And and why this guy walked up to me and asked me if I was interested, and asked me if I was going to put that flooring down. And he said, "You know how to do that?" I said, "No, I don't know how to do that, but I'm going to learn." He said, "Really?" He said, "I'll teach you." He said, "My wife and I can teach you." And when he said that, I said, "Dude, you don't know what you're asking. I am down for someone to teach me how to do this." And he gave me his card. He introduced me to his beautiful family. And I was so grateful, because sometimes I feel like, some things are meant to be. And I'm hoping I'll be able to connect with him and his wife and his beautiful family. And, because I look at it as, a way to introduce my children into carpentry, because this is something my family has been doing for over 80-something years. So as far as I know, my father built homes. He bought land and built homes, and he sold them. That was in the country. So when this guy introduced me to his wife and I met his lovely children, I was like, man, I am down. I said, I work, but my days off, I would try to make plans to meet up with you and your family and you guys, and I will sit back and learn. Hell, I don't mind working for free if I'm learning something. If someone teaching me something, I don't mind learning a new trade. I'm all for it. So this is your girl, Resident Atheist. Peace. And I'm going to talk to you guys later. I have some more shopping to do. And, introduce your children into something that's going to be around for a minute, a trade. Whether they be a boy or girl, you never know what these children are into. Study them. Peace. Cheers.